Welcome back to the Tomb of Terror. It's March 2nd, 2023. Episode 690, brought to you in color here on the Grot Orloff Inspirational Network. Looking at another box of comics here. Looks like we've got this. Starts with the Silver Surfer Mike Allred comic, which I tried to buy anything that's Mike Allred. And this came out, I guess, about 8 years ago, right about the time the Guardians of the Galaxy movie was out. And so that's issue 4. I guess I'm pretty sure I have issues 1 through 3 in the box before this. But Mike Allred's great, one of the artists that I really like. I picked this. This is one of the few modern comics I would pick up. And I guess it's long since been canceled, and I think Mike Allred is back doing an Ecstatics comic, but it started right about the time I moved, and I picked up the first issue, and I don't think there's any way to get the subsequent issues since the nearest comic store is a ways away from here. Man, these are... So, whatever. Let's see. Here's a Silver Surfer annual, an earlier annual. Apparently Marvel had the license to Skeleton Warriors, these little small-scale action figures that were around, was that the 90s probably? I think so. Here's one of my childhood comics I bought off the rack, as they say. Skull the Slayer #1, a comic that isn't remembered by people today, but fondly remembered by me. The Coming of Skull the Slayer. I don't think it lasted but maybe 5 issues. I could be wrong. I don't have issue 2. I have issue 3. I can tell I bought it at Duncanville Comics based on the sticker on it. This is something I bought in the last few years. And then I got issue 4, which could be the final issue. Now, they even have the Black Knight in it, which was all the speculators were specking on the Black Knight a few years ago because he was going to be in the Eternals movie. And wasn't the Eternals movie just a smash hit? Okay, here's Smurfs #1. I think I picked this up for like $0.25. The Smurfs were something from my childhood when I lived in Germany around 1969, 1970, but they didn't make it to the United States till about 10 years later. But I have a couple of little Smurf figures from them. But by the time they came to the United States, I'd kind of outgrown that thing. But I noticed there's some people that on YouTube that are all into Smurfs, probably a little bit younger than me. This is Mike Allred, as I said, one of the artists that I really love, and it's a whole giant-sized comic with his artwork. He's someone that appreciates the 1960s and all that stuff. There were some books I need to put in here. Yeah, what is this? I don't even know what this is. I got it for like $1. Skull and Bones #1. It's a DC comic. Tell me down below what it is. Apparently he's some kind of Russian hero. So that would go in here. Skull and Bones I'll put it after Skull the Slayer. Okay, so what are we up to here? Smurfs. Okay. Number 1 in a 6-issue series, Solomon Kane, but I only have number 1 and 3, which is surprising because Solomon Kane is a character that I dearly love, and I don't know why I didn't buy it more often. Oh, I see why. Look at the artwork. It's not really... Well, it's Al Williamson inking, so you can't complain about that. The problem may be with the penciler, Brett Blevins. And there's only so much you can do to fix it in the inking. I don't know. It just... But Al Williamson's one of my all-time favorites. So I don't know, man. I have issues 1 and 3. I guess I should get 2, 4, 5, and 6, ladies and gentlemen. Also from my childhood, it's The Son of Satan number 1. The Marvel Cinematic Universe has already ruined this character like every other character. They made a TV series that I think disappeared within 15 minutes of it airing for the first time, called Hellstrom. Yeah, because his name is Damien Hellstrom. Here's 4. I might have a complete run of this comic. I don't know. It's hard to say. He started in another comic called Marvel Spotlight. I think I have all of those. I think I just showed you this, so maybe I have 2 copies of 4. Already I see a problem. I don't have number 5. But here's 6, so I'll need to find a copy of Son of Satan number 5. Anyone's... Wait a second. Oh. I was gonna... Here's another copy of Son of Satan number 6 that needs to be put in. But that doesn't help my problem with the lack of number 5. Here's 7. And then 8. Oh, that's got to be Ernie Chan. Yes, it is Ernie Chan. As you can see, there's a... If I finish this box early enough, I kind of want to go through and look at some of my Mad magazines, since yesterday was the 101st birthday of William Gaines. Here's a special Marvel edition reprinting Sergeant Fury. That's number 5. Here's number 6. Reprinting the 1960s Sergeant Fury comics. This is at the dawn of the Bronze Age. 20-cent comics. And the 20-cent comics always, the early ones always looked really sharp. Well, they all looked sharp, but especially these early ones with the window box covers. And then number 11 reprints a comic that's really hard to get affordably, where Sergeant Fury teams up with Captain America and Bucky. And here's number 14, terrible condition, that I picked up probably from a quarter bin. And then here's the Spectre number 11. Then why I don't have the first 10 issues, I don't know. Maybe they're out of order. There's 12, 13, 14. Why I'm looking at comic books. That's my wrestling clock. I don't know. Is that Sable? I don't know what wrestler that is. This is. What are you looking at? Here's 15. Looks like I have a couple of copies of this one. I really like the cover on that one. Oh, here's a comic that reprints the old adventure comics from the early 70s. These are says representing the controversial classic stories by Michael Fleischer and Jim Aparo. Those were controversial because he always kills people in spectacular ways in those. Okay, so looks like I have 4 copies of that. Way to go. Here's issue 2. Now she's all cut up, but notice doesn't have the Comics Code approval because this comic was meant to be sold only in a comic book store. This is a direct distribution comic only, which is why it also doesn't have a UPC code. Here's number 3 of that series, reprinting the adventure comics. 3. Here's 4. I have several that are bagged. This one, yeah, because it's not code approved, they could really put the gore on the cover. But the original stories inside were code approved. Yeah, that was something. Early 70s. And then, is this that same Spectre? Oh, here's the begin. Remember I said, why did I start with number 11? Well, here's out of order is number 1. So I'll put that. Maybe I have all of them. Another number 1. Here's number 2. Oh boy, that is a Mike Kaluta cover. Very nice. Another copy of that. Issue 3. Oh, then I go to 5. I'm missing 4. Part of what I'm doing is getting things in order alphabetically, because when I tried to do this at the beginning of last summer, it was obviously I made some mistakes. 7. Here's 8. Oh, almost dropped that. So, and here's 10. I'm missing 9. 8, 10. Another copy of 11, or they're having a slumber party. 11. Oh yeah. 13. I think I already showed you 13. Did I? Yes. Another 14. I showed you that. Another 15, which I showed you. And then, okay. That looks like a Joe Kubert cover. Again, this is a direct where is it? Yeah, that is. This one is another edition, another comic of the Spectre. That's number 43, and this is number 62. I guess I just have 2 of that series. Okay, so then what comes after the Spectre? Oh, it's Speedball, which first issue, Steve Ditko. I kind of don't think that Steve Ditko does the co-plot and pencils. Roger Stern, the script. I don't think they were thinking about the fact that Speedball was a very dangerous, what was it, a cocaine concoction. That's what killed John Belushi, is Speedball. And so they tried to create this character, Speedball, the Masked Marvel, but it's kind of like calling a hero fentanyl, the amazing fentanyl, or something. You know, it's because when I see Speedball, the first thing, I don't know anything about it except that's what killed John Belushi. And John Belushi was one of the great comedians and great performers, great minds. It's just a shame he got into drugs. Probably always was, but it's, hey, I just, you gotta, drugs have taken away so many great people. Oh, you know, I was just thinking of Jimi Hendrix. Jimi Hendrix was a big comic book person. I was reading, somebody said they met Jimi Hendrix while they were looking for EC Comics at some comic store, and Jimi Hendrix said, "Yeah, I used to read EC Comics when I was in the Army, although they were probably secondhand. I don't think he was in the Army that early. He wasn't that old, but he was a fan of EC Comics." Yeah. How could you not be if you were around in the early 50s? I don't know. Okay, I got a lot of these Speedball comics because I love Steve Ditko, but it's not a character that. And then, of course, don't miss the final issue. They. Okay, so now we come to Spider-Girl, which is a character in the future. Here, I guess in the future, the Thing has lost an arm, like part of his body has been blown away, and he's partly a cyborg. Spider-Girl is the daughter of Peter Parker and Mary Jane, and they got married, and she's now the high school. She has inherited the powers, and as I recall, Spider-Man has been injured, and Peter Parker, and he's not fully mobile. As I can't remember if it's his leg or something, but sometimes he gets into costume. But yeah, it's she'll fight new versions of the old villains. As I recall, I really enjoyed reading this comic. It's because it just felt like the old Spider-Man comic. It was well done. I thought it was well done. Today, I would, if they came up with something like this, I think, they're just pandering. But it actually, unless I was brain damaged back then, I remember thinking it was okay. That's number 7. There's a Spider-Girl over here I need to put in, number 15. Let's see, are we up to 15 yet? This is 8. You could probably get these books pretty cheap. 9. Okay. There's 10, where she teams up with her father. There's 13. I don't have a complete run. My runs of just about everything are really spotty because I'll put 15 in front of 16 because I was buying a lot of other things. Comics weren't the only thing that I collected. I was always collecting records and posters and all kinds of ephemera. I've been a little depressed lately, so I may not be my usual exuberant self. I'm sorry, but what can I tell you? Here's number 70. Why would anyone be depressed with all the good news we hear every day in the news? And everything just seems to be going very wonderfully. Here's 18. Here's 19. What is this? 21. It looks like they started this series over, and what is going on here? This 24 seems to be called. Is it the same series? Maybe it is. 28. I'm assuming this is from around 2000. This is at least 20 years old, these comics here. 40. I don't think they do anything with this character now. I think everyone's excited about Spider-Gwen and Miles Morales and all that. I don't know anything about those characters. There's 41. 43. I don't know. I just kind of like this character. And there's 45. Okay. Is there a 46 in here? Oh yeah. 46. And I don't know anything about all that. Ben Riley, the spider clone, or whatever they call him. There's a lot of things I don't know. 47. Whoa. That's kind of a jump to 86. I guess they published this for longer than I thought. What is this? Oh. This is one of those little supplements they'd throw in the Sunday newspaper, and it says Spider-Man Collectible Series Volume 2. What they would do is these are reprints from the very early Spider-Man comics, and they're not full reprints. This is a reprint of Spider-Man #1. It's printed on really cheap paper, and it's like the type paper that Parade magazine was printed on, and it's very thin, and it's I guess it's just half. I guess they printed. The original Spider-Man #1 was in 2 chapters, so this is just the first half of that comic. So every Sunday they would put out these little supplements in the Sunday paper. I've got. Oh, it's the first issue. Oh, how exciting! I don't know. Maybe people collect that. Somebody does. Okay, this is not. I'm going to move this to another box in the other room because I'm just keeping Marvel and DC in these boxes. And this is the Spider, based on the old pulp hero. And I know they've even got a poster in here. Not a very good one. Very 90s looking. This is 1994. The artwork in this is actually not bad. That poster was very 90s, but this, it's set in the time period. This, and it's, of course, it's good. I thought it was Gray Morrow. Yeah, very good artist. Gray Morrow is one of the greats. And there's some other story in the back here. What is this? Don't know. Anyway, I'll put this over here to take into the other room. And here's a Spectre comic #1, and this is, I feel it raised. This must be a glow-in-the-dark cover. And I've got a couple of copies of that, so I need to put these in here. Spectre #1. There's different runs of Spectre, so you got to look. This is the one where it has a little cross or crucifix. That's how I can tell. I mean, I guess I could look at the prices too, as opposed to the Spectre that had that logo. So let's see. This one was later, I think. Yes. So, yeah, I have this one. I have issues 1, 2 copies of issue 1, 1 of 43, and 1 of 62. And what do we have over here? Another Speedball. Speedball #1. Let's get that in there. And then, what do we have here? Some more Spider-Girls. What? Oh. Dang, what does that say? I think it says 29 there. 29. So, we've got some more Spider-Girls to put in here. Yesterday we got to talk to our friend Jim Conrad from back in Dallas. It's nice to talk to someone. He's been a guest on this show before. He called on the phone and we talked with him. Damn. Does that say... I just showed you this one. Here's another copy. I can't tell if it says 10 or 18. I guess I'll find out. I'm not wearing my glasses, and my eyes seem to get worse every day. Here it is. Okay, whatever number that is. I don't even know what this is. It says The Amazing Spider-Man, and then they have woman written over man. The box there has Spider-Man in the corner. I don't know if this is some later, because they kept starting Amazing Spider-Man over and over again. Is this? I could open it up and find out, but I'm just going to throw it in after the Spider-Girls and all that. I just don't know what it is. Well, maybe it is. Hold on. I'll just put. Let's see. Is there an issue 5? I don't know. 3, 4. No, because there's an issue 5 that looks like that. I don't know. It's so hard to know what's going on when comic companies just keep starting comics over and over and over again. It's just a real pain in the neck. It's a copy of Spider-Woman, but that'll be after Spider-Man. And then I have a couple of issues of The Amazing Spider-Man that I need to put in. But first, Peter Porker, the Spectacular Spider-Ham. Except I know I have the first issue, so I'm wondering if I have that in the P's. I don't know. Here's issue 3 of Spider-Ham. I'll have to, when I get to the P's, which I skipped, I pulled this box out of a different section. I will see where my other Peter Porkers are. Okay, so we start with a reprint of issue 1, but it's not a total facsimile. It's or is it? doesn't have the ads in it. No, instead it has horrible ads like that. Okay. This is a reprint, I think, from the 90s of issue 101, the first Morbius. Here's issue 106. Now, all my Silver Age Spider-Man are in boxes in the other room, but I don't have a lot of Silver Age Spider-Man. I wish I did. Here's 109 that was sent as a present, not a present, what do you call it? A prize. I won a prize on Night Tiger's channel during, I think, a Christmas episode. So I won this, issue 109. And then it looks like we go all the way to issue 117. Okay. Issue 124, this is the one that was made into the Book and Records set from Power Records. 125. Okay, so I don't have 126. 127 is my first Spider-Man comic. It's a comic that, well, my first Spider-Man comic, you could say it was Marvel Team Up, one of the early numbers where he fights Werewolf by Night. But this one was bought for me actually by my mother when I was homesick from school. She bought this issue 127. Look at those bell bottoms. And so I didn't read it initially because I was into monster comics, not superheroes yet. But later, a few months later, when I got the Marvel Treasury Edition Fantastic Four and read that, then I realized, oh, I better go back and reread all these Marvel superhero comics. So so this is 128, the next issue, which I bought later. Then I don't have 129 or 130. 131. Oh, here's another 131. So we'll see how long it takes for me to actually read that Spider-Man comic, 127, and then realize how good it is, and then start buying it regularly on my own, along with Marvel Tales that reprinted the 60s Spider-Man. That was also out at the same time. Did I just show you this? Yeah, I have. Oh, I have. Look, I have three copies of 132. But then I don't have 134, 135. I wish I just had one copy of 132, and then I had those other ones. Okay, here we go. This is this is about when I read that other Spider-Man, and this is when I actually went out, and this is the first one I bought of the Amazing Spider-Man on my own, where I laid down my 25 cents by that point. Yeah, I was a late bloomer on that. So I bought that. So that was 130. What was that? 130. I bought 136. 137. It looks like I somehow missed 138. But I had, then I got 139. These are all childhood copies now. 140. 141. This is a fantastic cover. 142. I remember buying all of these. A lot of them I would buy either at the PX when my parents went to the PX at Fort Sam Houston in San Antonio, or I'd get them at Stop and Go or 7-Eleven, whatever store. 144. 145. I think the value on these from this era is starting to go up. I think that, you know, used to be the ones that were under issue 100 were really the ones sought after, but now there are people seeking after these ones, from what I understand. I haven't really looked to see what the prices are on these lately. 47, 148. $149. See, I'll be able to tell you when we moved from San Antonio to Washington State. When I see the first one I bought when we got to Tacoma, Washington, I'll be able to spot that. Well, I think I will be able to, because I have that kind of memory. There's 151. I think we're probably getting close to that time. And watch me not, after saying that, I may not be able to remember. 152. I have 2 copies of 152. I don't know how. I guess I bought them at a later date. One at a later date. 153. 156. I don't know if comics were still 25 cents when I moved to Washington State or not. 154. Another 154. $157. Another 157. Let's see what we got here. $158. Another copy. $158. Okay. $159. I think I didn't catch when I moved, I think we may already be back in Texas by this point, because we moved to Tacoma, Washington for a year, and then we moved back. 160. This is yeah, this is later on, because the UPC code is already there. It's 30 cents. Nightcrawler, so I'm back in Texas by this point. Oh, I was supposed to add in some Spider-Man books here. 159. Did I have that one? Yeah. Okay, let's add that in. And then this is another copy of 160. This car was made for Spider-Man by the Human Torch, by Johnny Storm. And I remember that Spider car from the earlier in the 70s. I could have sworn, and then like immediately he crashed it right into he went into the water and sank. And it's like they were forced to put a Spider-Man car into the comic by the toy people that wanted to make a Spider-Man car, probably the Mego company, and so they didn't like the idea, so they put the car in there, but then they immediately destroyed it. That's my rumor. I guess it came back. Here's 162. Some of these I haven't read since they came out. 163. So I may be a little fuzzy with the plot lines. Another 163. 164. 165. Pretty soon the TV show will start, and then it'll say America's TV sensation on it. 166. I remember this Christmas cover. I definitely remember living in Arlington, Texas when that one came out. 167. At this point, I was buying them mainly at, I think it was called G. Sanders Books in Pantego, Texas. 168. I don't know if anyone even watches these shows anymore, 169. Or if anyone watches this far into a show, you know. I guess I'll keep doing these shows. I don't know. I wonder sometimes if is there really any point in it. I mean, I'm just staring into a bright light and my eyes are messed up. And I mean, I'll keep doing it if you guys enjoy it, but you know, I don't know. Most people probably watch 10 minutes and say, he's not showing any slabs. He's not telling me what to go buy. I'm not into that. And I get so annoyed at what comic book collecting has become. 172. I don't have any. And what they're doing to the comics, the Disney Corporation, as far as their movies, so-called movies. 174. At some point, the magic starts to wane a little bit. I don't know if it has yet in these Spider-Man comics, but 176. It just seems like I saw somebody showing this book just yesterday on YouTube. I could have sworn someone was talking about how valuable this book was, or it was something they remembered so fondly from their childhood. This is actually from 1977. I guess that was a while back. To me, that looks like a recent. I mean, because to me, 1977 just doesn't feel like that long ago. 178. Another 178. I gotta seal these books up. Some tape. 179. I probably should be doing that now. Isn't there a tape dispenser? Oh, it's right under the camera. I'll do it later. That'll just take away from your enjoyment. 180. 181. People say, why don't you hold the comics up longer? Because it's agony is why, you know, because I'm in a lot of pain. 182. Yeah. Some people really love the period where he has a black costume. I think that's what killed it for me. And other people love the Todd McFarlane years. I could care less about that. 184. It's just not my time period. That wasn't when the comics brought me joy. Oh yeah, okay. This is all right. It's already been saying Marvel's TV sensation last issue, and then this one. I remember Peter Parker graduates college because they were trying to actually have him age. And I forget how the Marvel years work. It's kind of like dog years. I think they explained it for every year of the comic. It's like a couple of months in the life of the, or is it like 6 months? I don't remember. They explained it one time how the characters, because that was the thing when they said we're going to have these characters actually age, and they're not always gonna, like Spider-Man won't always be in high school. He'll graduate high school. He'll graduate college, which is what just happened. and you know, then he'll get married, he'll be a teacher or whatever, and but you know, you can only do that for so long, and now I think if Spider, yeah, there's another copy. It just you really can't. You just don't want to age your characters up too much. Here's 188. Yeah, I kept these comics pretty well. There's no spine ticks. 189. Another 189. 190. Yeah, the Man-Wolf is back. Another 190. 191. I mean, does anyone even care at this point? 191. Because these are very common, and I imagine you have all of these in your collection. So there's nobody that watches this channel that probably doesn't have these. 193. I mean, okay, 194. I guess this is the first Black Cat. So it's a key issue. 195. I don't know what the key issue people consider to be key issues. Another one of 195. 196. 197. 198. 199. 200. 201. 202. What did I show you? 200? What did I show you? I don't remember what I just showed you. 200, which I guess isn't that big a deal. I think the one everyone gets excited about is 300 because, what is it, the first Spawn or something? Or I don't know. I don't think I have 300. I already showed you this shit. 203. 203. Another 203. 20. And then I missed 2 issues. Then I'm at 206. Why would I have missed 2 issues? That's a good question. 207. Okay, then it's starting to get spotty. Then it looks like I came back with 217. No, things are out of order. That's the problem, because after 217 is 208. Okay, well. Okay, so here's 208. Okay, the problem is just 217's out of order. No, pulled out the wrong darn one. 208. 209. I'm sorry the last episode was so short. No one likes short episodes, so it won't get many views. It was just because I thought I'd freed up memory on my phone and I hadn't. 210. Okay, this is was a big deal. I don't know if any. It's the first appearance of this Madam Web, who's going to be some young teenage girl in the movie or TV show or whatever they're making of her. But, you know, she wasn't that in the original appearance. So it might be something people are going to get excited about, and then the crushing blow of actually seeing the TV show will smack them in the face, and then, you know, like it's 211, another one, 212. 213. Yeah. Then I'm missing 14. 214, 215. Here's 216. Oh. The return of Madam Web. Trust me, she won't look like that. And 217. Then I go to 220. $221. Then here's 226, which is not bagged or boarded. It's John Romita Jr. and Jim Mooney. Yeah, John Romita Jr. was not as good as his father. And part of what happened may be a change in artist may have caused me to not buy this as often. Here's 227, because I was always an art snob when it comes to these comics. If the art isn't up to par. 228. I just thought this, the way they drew Spider-Man there is a little kind of weird to me. Okay, so that's 228. Then looks like I come back and try it with 234. Got 2 copies of that issue. 3 copies actually. Then 237. Then it goes to 241. 242. Okay, it looks like I'm back buying it every month now. 243. So maybe the art got better. That's probably what happened. 244. What time is it? Come on, move that. Oh, 50, we're about 55 minutes in. I have another 244. Okay, what is this? 245. 246. 247. $249. $250. A couple of 250s. And then I go to 252, which I think is a pretty valuable issue where they bring in this black costume, which it's a nice cover, but I was never a fan of that costume. 253. What is that last book worth now? Is it? I got another copy of 253. Then what do I go to? Then I skip to 257. And the last book in the box is 258. So that's that box. Exciting, huh? What's over here? Some copies of Wizard. Wizard number 199 from October of 2000. I don't know if anyone collects Wizards. This is let's get some damage to it. This is an Alex Ross issue, 123. Alex Ross sketching Wonder Woman sketchbook, rather. Yeah. There's Golden Age Greats. That was really cool. Stanley J. Kirby sent me that Mr. Monster book in the last episode. I can't wait to read that. This is a Basil Wolverton reprints. Yes, indeed. Yes. Well, let's take this box back into the other room and get another box. Did you hear my knees cracking? Isn't that wonderful? Okay. Where does this dumb box go, man? Okay. I assume I put it back in the right place. Let's see what we can look at in here. This is a P box. What? I think. Okay, what is this? Oh, I see. Hold on. That can't be in the right place. Okay, this S box is completely out of place. Oh man, oh, I don't want to bend over with this box. Oh wow. Okay. So let me see what's in this box. ROM Space Knight. Oh, I see. I get it. Oh, okay, all right. I must have moved this box up here so I could look at it. This is all right, I see what I did. While we're here, we can look at some cool books, like this issue of Phantom Stranger. I wonder, where's the light source? This ain't gonna work, man. Okay, Phantom Stranger, number 21. I assume that the earlier Phantom Strangers I have in the Silver Age boxes. Separating these comics by the age that they came out in was probably not the smartest move. Okay, so that's 21. No, that's 22, I should say. Here's 26. Whenever I could find these, I'd buy them, but I just never found them that often. Here's 27. Here's 30. This is probably not the best way to show this stuff off. Plop, Punisher, Question, Rawhide Kid, Red Sonja. It's the first issue of Red Sonja, solo title. ROM Space Knight. Okay, let's put that down here. Yes, indeed. Oh, wow. Okay, this box. Here's the highly collectible Moon Knight #1. I bought that when it came out. Isn't that exciting? This is one of those comics, kind of like Man-Thing, where they restarted it. It was an early, which I didn't like. I've never liked that. Now it's a common. They do it with every comic. They restarted Moon Knight when it was Fist of Khonshu, a new beginning. Yeah, these Moon Knights everyone was specking on for a while because of the TV series coming out, and then I didn't like the TV series, and then but we were watching it, my wife got into it, and I was like, oh, we gotta watch another episode because it was just torture for me, but she was liking it because she's never read the comics, so and she's still upset with me that I haven't gone back and watched the rest of those. Whether here's the first Miss Marvel. If they had gotten an actress with personality and dressed her like that, then maybe people would have liked the Captain Marvel movie, but that's the character that Captain Marvel was about, this particular individual. What else is fascinating in here that you would love to see? I'm just... I don't know if you ever know this comic about Vietnam. They had some of the Marvel heroes go to Vietnam in it. Okay. What else is interesting? Oh, wow. It's the first appearance of Deadpool. Be still my heart. Oh my gosh. Well, let's analyze it. For those of you into that, you know, what would you? Because you guys tell me what condition this stupid thing is in. Because you can look at the corners and the condition of the stupid comic, and main problem, I guess, is it's got a little bit of the. I mean, it's not centered correctly. There's a little bit of the black ad on the back here, but I don't see any color breaking spine ticks, ladies and gentlemen. First time I saw this, I thought, well, where is Deadpool? Because Deadpool, I mean, look, to me, this is, not really very good art, but, it looks like this guy here, this is like he's got a red cape and it's here because Deadpool is like stretched out like ridiculously long legs and it's just, you don't even see Deadpool. It's just not a very, I don't know. You guys love this. That's fantastic. I guess it's a valuable comic. People love that. Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed the Deadpool movies, and now they're about to film one with Wolverine. But honestly, is it my? I don't think were the comics ever as extreme as the movie? I don't know. You tell me. It was as far as cursing and violence. Let's see. This is just a preview of shit I'll show you in the future. Oh, I was going to look at Mad Magazine. Let's go do. There's Night Force. I don't know if I have the Mads. Here's Night Nurse number 4. Here's Knight Rider. They had to change his name to Knight Rider because of, he originally was called Ghost Rider, but they thought that would confuse people. I guess that's why they did it. Okay, Mad Magazine, because I was wanting to see what early issues I have. Let's go on here. It's a good thing I didn't eat breakfast because I'm starting to get really fat looking on this camera. And I figure if I just don't eat for a while, I'll lose weight. Like if you don't eat for a couple of weeks at all, any food, I figure you'll lose weight. I don't know. I read that somewhere in a scientific book that people that starve to death get really skinny. And it's very easy to starve to death in Joe Biden's America. I'll show you what kind of mental patient. Look at this. I saved this. It's the lid from a pizza from Papa John's, just because I thought that's kind of cool looking. Is that insanity or what? Yes, I suppose so. Oh, look at this. It's a special promotional deal for Mr. T and the T-Force. Look at this. Inside is special look, there's his signature, Mr. T. It's 9,664 out of 10,000. This guy signed his name on 10,000 comic books. Very dedicated individual. All right, I believe the Mads are in this closet, which I made it very difficult to get to. That's one of the things on my list, is to work on this room And so, are the Mads in here? Let's see. Where's... Oh, the light switch is here. Mad Box 3, Mad Magazine Box 1. Okay. One thing I gotta do is change out this stupid light bulb. Okay, this is a closet I was starting to put boxes in. And let's step up into the closet. This closet, you have to really step up into it. It's the entrance to the closet's about 4 feet up. Oh man, my knees are not gonna. Shit. Pardon my language, ladies and gentlemen, but my knees haven't been doing well the last couple of weeks. Oh man, I don't know if I can do this. Oh, maybe if I crawl up here. Shit. This is ridiculous. Shit, piss. Oh my God. Maybe putting books in this closet wasn't the best idea. Oh boy. I gotta do it. This is like that, remember that Spider-Man comic? Where he's just the whole issue, he's got all this shit trapped on top of him. Steve Ditko issue, and he finally has to get the willpower to just get up, and that's what I just did. I used that Spider-Man willpower, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so do you see how far down the room is from this closet? I had to climb up pretty high, and first of all, I got some stuff on top of the Mad Box. What is this stuff? These are rifle sounds from the Coney Island shooting electromechanical game. Because they had the rifle, the sounds on an 8-track, and that's a CD recording of that. Here's a bootleg of this band Love. There's the Strokes playing in Sweden, 2002. There's a bunch of the Kinks on BBC. Okay, wonderful. Here's a picture of a really cool Christmas tree. All right, but you didn't come here to see that. There's CDs of Superman versus Atom Man on radio. Okay, Mad Magazine. Here's some stickers I need to put on my my bike out in the garage. Except I don't really know how to do it. Okay. I have some early Mads in another box, but this one is an early EC Mad, and I need to put the camera down further. But it's in a magazine where I bought it. They have it in a magazine bag and board, so it wouldn't fit in the comic box where I had the ECs and the EC reprints. So I have it here with the Mad magazines. That's Mad number 16. Okay, so this is my earliest Mad, number 41, September 58. So the one I think I just got from Kevin at Gotham City Comics was 1957, I believe. Here's 43 from December 58. So I think all the ones that he had, I don't have yet. Here's 44, Christmas issue. June of 59. Did I just show you this? Man, it's July of 59. That's number 49. Yeah, this is one I wasn't sure if I had. I'm sure the ones that he has are all better condition. See, this one I got from, I got this from a record store, and they have it. They don't have it in a. They have it in with a wrong kind of cardboard. I gotta rebag these. Number 54 from August of 60. There's an early episode of this show where I show all my mads, but we're in July of 1960. There's the double use. You can use this issue of Mad as a fly swatter. Some of these covers are very beautiful, like this one with Kelly Frias art. You got to see it in the light to really understand. This is the, see, this one's got a lot, see that browning around the corners. I need to upgrade that one. This is a beautiful Halloween issue. Okay. We're in April of 61. There was one that I wanted, I asked him to put on hold last night during his, during the Four Color Fossils that had the year 1961 on the cover. I have several copies of this Jackpot issue. This one, September 61. I have several copies of that. I wonder why. Some of these kept showing up. Okay, I'm already into March of 62, 69. A lot of these would show up at Half Price Books there for a while when I was living in Arlington. Somebody was selling some old Mads to the store, and I was picking them up as quick as I could. All right. Let me get down. Oh boy. Get down, get down, get down, get down, get down tonight. How am I going to get down, ladies and gentlemen? You see how close I am to the ceiling? That's the ceiling. This closet is built halfway up to the ceiling. It's like the Winchester house here, man. I don't know. I think because the stairs are underneath this closet, and they had to have a high closet in this bedroom. I guess this is a bedroom. It's a bedroom with an elevator shaft attached to it. Oh man, I gotta get over this knee problem, man, or I'm not gonna be able to function, man. It's gonna make, yeah, this is not a handicapped, accessible kind of joint, man. I gotta get more limber. Ow, 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 shit, ow, wow, that hurt. Ladies and gentlemen. Yes, indeed. Well, now one more step down. I think we need. Ow! 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 You see, there's this thing, and then that's the next step up, and it was really. I'm just not doing too good. Part of the reason why I'm so depressed, everything's fucking going wrong. Okay, so there's the closet that has the Mads in it. So, yes, I do need those other Mads. Kevin, if you're watching this from Gotham City Comics. So this is where I'm kind of creating this library. And this is Vampirella 1 through 20. You haven't been in this room in a while. But I'm working on it. I'm going to get it every weekend. I make a pledge. I'm going to watch on my phone the Saturday morning cartoons, and I'm going to watch Dr. Silver Age and Shannon, and I'm going to have that playing on my phone or a tablet while I do this work. And I mean, some work has been done, but not enough, ladies and gentlemen. And then over here, let's open up this door. Let's see, it's a long way down, ladies and gentlemen. And the elevator is up on the attic floor. And that's where I'm about to go in about 1 minute when this show is over. Turn off the light in the elevator shaft. Because this... now I got a cramp in my hand. Well, geez. I'm taking turmeric. My wife says, take this turmeric. It's some, I don't know what that is, but if I take it for a week or so, maybe all these horrible problems will cease. Ladies and gentlemen. Okay, and today is the 90th anniversary of the release of King Kong in 1933. Released on March 2nd, 1933. One of the great films, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I've been hanging some stuff up in the other room. I should show you that too. Because I finally was able to get to the hardware store and get some nails because I couldn't find where I put my nails. Anyway, so over here in the guest bedroom, I've been hanging some stuff. I'll show you what I put up. First of all, I hung up this Christmas star. And what else have I done? Oh, I put up these lobby cards for these Jungle Women movies. Attack of the Jungle Women and let's see if I got that shot. Bawanga Bawanga. And this I bought from my friend Tom Renaud. It's original art. Mr.